Most people who say, I can't afford a house, I can't afford a home, aren't actually broke. They're just confused. I hear this all the time from cops, firefighters, nurses, union workers, people with solid income, my blue collar workers who still feel like home ownership is out of reach for them. They feel like it's for the people over there or over there, but not for me, not for them. And today, I want to explain why you think you can't afford a mortgage, why you think you can't afford a home, even when the numbers say otherwise, even when the numbers say, yes, you can. Here's the fear that nobody says out loud because they're too afraid to. And you're probably thinking this right now. I'm going to be a mind reading go in your head. What if I fail? What if I fall in love with a house and then I find out I can't afford it? What if I bring my family to see this house and be like, yes, this is the one I'm getting. I'm going to put in an offer, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out I'm not qualified. So this is what they do instead. So instead of risking that feeling and confronting it, most buyers just do this. They go on Zillow, and you might be guilty of it. Scroll and look. They guess on their numbers instead. They talk themselves out of getting a home. They talk themselves out of starting the process, not because they're irresponsible, but because the system feels confusing. The system is designed to confuse them so they don't understand what to do, what comes next. Oh, I'm so confused. I don't know. I'm going to break. So in this video today, I'm going to break down the 3 real reasons people believe they can't afford a mortgage, can't afford a home, are usually incomplete and not wrong. Once you see this clearly and you understand the whole process, everything becomes less scary. So sit tight, let's go through this. The first reason people think they can't afford a mortgage or afford a home is they're guessing. That's simple. They're just guessing. And this is how they do it. You ready? They take their rent, they add a few $100, maybe 1,000, and assume, yeah, this is what a mortgage will cost me. Yeah, it sounds funny, right? But it's the truth. That's what we do. I've been guilty of doing the same thing. But a mortgage payment isn't just one number, it's a structure. It's the loan amount, it's the taxes, it's the insurance. Sometimes it can be credits or adjustments, HOA fees. There's a whole bunch of things that go into it. So when a loan officer gives you that number, we're including these things. And either buyers, when they do it, they almost always overestimate the payment. So the payment's all the way up here. I can't even see if you see my hand. It's all the way up here. Or they underestimate it's all the way at the bottom. So they never really get the right number. They look at Zillow, and Zillow doesn't have all the information most times. So they're giving out wrong information. And when you overestimate the payment, you convince yourself, there's no way I could do this. This isn't for me. It's not possible. How do people afford this? And that's when that doubt, that fear comes creeping in your brain and it starts leaving those seeds. You can't do this. You don't deserve a house. This isn't for you. See, guessing creates that fear. While on the other hand, clarity creates confidence. And we want you to walk in confidence. In this new year, you're walking in confidence, not with fear. All right. Reason number 2. I can't afford this. Ooh, how many times have you heard that? I can't afford a $6,000 mortgage house. I can't afford a $6,000 house. That's too high, 700, whatever it is. But here's the truth that no one's saying. Mortgages aren't felt in the price, right? Bear with me. Come on, let me cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. They're not felt in the price. They're felt in the monthly payment. Two people can buy the exact same house. While one person feels comfortable, the other person feels stretched. And I know what you're thinking, oh, it must be because they make 2 different incomes, Malcolm. No, the difference isn't income. It's the structure on how the loan is done, right? When buyers only look at price, they miss the payment flexibility, the different loan options, the paths, the credits that could lower out-of-pocket costs. They miss the credits like the Keys for Community Heroes credit that we give you to help you get a better interest rate. So, yes, it's the exact same house. Yes, the payment should be the same on paper, but they're not because they're missing things. So the house looks unaffordable to the person who doesn't know how to make it happen. Woo-hoo! Cooking today, I'm cooking. This YouTube video, you better be dropping a lot of likes. So even if the payment could have worked, they get so afraid of the purchase price that they run away from it, not knowing that, hey, that's exactly what I was comfortable paying. Reason number 3, and this is where most blue collar buyers really struggle. If you work overtime, have differentials such as night shift, work shifts, or whatever, get bonuses or holiday uniform allowances or holiday checks, or just have fluctuating income, you've probably been told that doesn't count. That doesn't help you. So what do? We assume that I don't make enough. My overtime isn't counting right. This is happening. I just must not make enough to afford a home. And that's what the banking system wants you to think. They don't want you to know the secrets. They don't want you to understand how it all works. Your income isn't the problem. It just needs to be documented correctly and properly. Most buyers don't lose because they don't earn enough. They lose because nobody explained how their income is actually calculated or evaluated. So the lenders that you're working with, they don't understand it. So when they're pre-approving you, they're not pre-approving you to the full amount, thus giving you lower pre-approvals, making you assume or think that you can afford a house, and not teaching you how to understand the payments, so you don't know what you're comfortable paying before you go see a house. That whole process is what's creating the feeling or the denial letter that you're probably receiving, or the reason why you can't get a home. This is the problem with the system, and this is what we're fixing and what we're changing. So here's the truth most people never hear. Affordability isn't about being perfect, having a massive down payment, or making 6 figures. It's actually about monthly obligations, your cash flow, and buying within a structure that fits your real life. Not your fake life, your Instagram life, your real life. What are you actually making? What can you actually pay? What are you actually comfortable with? And make sure you include some vacation trips, because we still got to get away and eat food. Uber Eats has to be included in these stuff, all right? Because the last thing I want you to do is to buy a house and then you can't enjoy life. So you have to figure out, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to cut back on to get a home? And what things are, Malcolm, I still need to at least take 1 vacation a year. And so we can come up with a budget that fits you. Once buyers understand this, something starts changing. You start walking different. You start moving with confidence, moving with purpose, and understanding that you can get a home. Don't believe the fake news. Don't believe the media. You can do it. Once this happens, buyers stop saying, I can't afford a house, right? I can't do that. Instead, they ask a better question. What would work for me? How is it possible to get a home? And see, that's a much better question. We start unlocking the brain and changing your mindset, instead of saying, I can't do something, to figure out, how can I? Because when you say how, that means it's a problem. And every problem has what? A solution. You don't need to fall in love with the first house. The first house you see, even the first house you buy. Just understand the process and understand the blueprint, so you can then formulate it and make it better. So the next house is maybe your dream house, or the next house is your investment house. But we're moving forward and we create that progress. You need to understand your range, your payment range first before. And when you know your payment comfort zone, your income picture, your flexibility, house hunting stops being emotional and starts being intentional. Whoo, I'm gonna repeat that. House hunting stops being emotional and starts being intentional. And that's when buyers win. That's when you start sharing the information, because you're like, ooh, I did it. People told me no, and I'm still here. You get that chip on your shoulder. You got something to prove. If this video sounds like you, and you've been telling yourself, I can't afford a mortgage, I can't afford a home, without actually knowing the real numbers, without actually speaking to a qualified licensed professional, someone like me, then guess what? Your next step isn't going to Zillow and looking at more houses. No, it's about getting clarity on what you can afford, on what to do next. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you that clarity. And in the next video, I'll break down the mortgage math most buyers get wrong so you can stop guessing and start understanding. You're not behind. You're not irresponsible. You just haven't been shown the full picture yet. And that's what I'm here to do. And once you do that, I hope this is like formulating stuff in where I hope the light bulb's going off and you're starting saying, wait, I could probably do something. Maybe we can have a home. Maybe I can get a rental property. Maybe I can do more. Once you start seeing that, everything starts changing. And the full picture is getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer. I hope you found this video helpful. Not even I hope. I know you found this video helpful. So please drop a like, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Over and out.